Welcome to The Lock Shop with Nielson and Hustler.
Hey, very good Friday morning to you. Welcome to The Lock Shop presented by Play Alberta. What is up, Lock Shoppers? Lock Shop presented by Play Alberta, as I said, right here in Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Thank you to everyone for listening across the Edmonton Sports Talk auto streams. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Happy birthday.
To everyone listening on EdmontonSportsTalk.com, tune in, iHeartRadio, watching on YouTube or listening on podcast, wherever you get a podcast. We greatly appreciate it. Matty Iwanyk, Lieutenant Eric with you here today, host number 2 and 3-4 over here. We don't know which number you are with Jay, but that's who's with you on the Lock Shop today.
Happy birthday. In honor of your birthday, I'm going to get drunk today.
I like that.
Yeah, not necessarily like during the course of this program, but
throughout the day.
Yeah, a slow burn in your honor.
I appreciate that.
And also, as promised, I mean, we already sang happy birthday. Your brother, God bless his soul, texts in once a year to the morning show.
What an ass.
And it's every year on your birthday, he'll text in, man. So that's good. We sang happy birthday on the Nielson show earlier today with Dave Jameson. And I also said, Jason Milne gifted you
a blueberry muffin and an apple pie from McDonald's.
Very nice. I stopped by Wayne's Sports Cards yesterday in anticipation of the crack pack this morning that we cracked some CFL packs. Matty, got us, you and I can do a couple
some soccer
So
ones.
you pick the pack, and we will crack right now. Okay, yeah.
I'm going to go with this one. So we got the 23-24 8-card pack with special insert. May contain only 3 to 6 cards.
Tops.
UEFA Champions League, UEFA Europa League, UEFA Europa Conference League.
Yep.
Yeah, they dropped the Europa part to all of that. This is from Tops.
Yes,
so let's see what we got
anything, happy birthday to you. I hope you get a good one.
Let's see what we've got here. Isaac, you could have that one from Newcastle.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that.
Marco Reus. Good German.
Okay, yeah.
Rodrigo, Real Madrid. Abdallah Sima from the Rangers. Where's Scott Laurie when you need him?
Keep that aside for him.
Felix Mika.
Okay.
Camavinga.
That's a good card.
Apparently not good right now. There's conversations about their rebuild's not going well. Guys, expecting more from him.
But there's a good player in there.
United was really going for him and couldn't get him. Robert Lewandowski.
Okay.
Oh, and a Neymar. Well, that's a nice one. It's a historic hat trick.
Is he on the ground
44th, 44th, 48th, 58th minute goal, December 11th, 2013.
Oh, so that's a special. Let's see
this that. This is thumping of Celtic
nice.
In a 6-1 thumping. So this is a historic hat trick. So in historic hat tricks, they get this. That's a quick succession. 44, 48, 58.
We joke about Neymar, but that's a hot card there. I
like Neymar.
Fabio Carvalho never worked out at Liverpool. Pablo Barrios, Atletico Madrid. Herving Lozano, who we watched play at Commonwealth, I do believe, for Mexico.
Probably.
In the qualifiers. Kieran Trippier, Newcastle. Martin Odegaard, save that for Sandor when he comes in. Bilal Nadir, Olympique Marseille. Antoine Griezmann.
Which one did you get there?
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Oh.
The Rat.
European Knights. So what's so special about that one?
That says Europa League on the back, so I assume that was a Europa.
But what was where's the...
I don't know what he was doing.
This says...
It's right up on the back.
Few compared to his display in the Reds' epic semifinal victory over Barcelona in May 2019.
Oh.
That's what that one's connected to.
That was a memorable time.
Was that Europa League? Yeah, it would have been Europa League. Would have to be before. Otherwise, why would you put Europa League on all this?
But that game was in Champions League.
Was it Champions League?
Yeah.
So then why put the Europa League?
I don't know. Maybe it's a mistake. Increases the value.
Should be. What is your feelings on Trent Alexander-Arnold?
He's a rat. He will come back to England. There's no spot for him. Apparently at Real Madrid, he'll go back and play for Aston Villa or Newcastle or something along those lines. Probably City.
That's
our soccer talk. Too bad you didn't. I was hoping that you at least get a United card.
Oh, I'm okay. These are you've got Lewandowski.
Future Whitecap.
Well, I was about to say future Whitecap, possibly. Where did that card go? I would imagine him and Mueller together in Vancouver. I'd maybe go get myself a Whitecaps kit.
I'd get a season
ticket.
Were. They'd be playing here too, maybe. That dream's dead.
Edmonton MLS. I didn't get to McCord. I'd ask McCord about that one.
I know.
On our Junior Championship.
But happy birthday nonetheless.
Well,
yeah. And,
congratulations to you for being a champion of our CFL Fantasy League.
It was a great time.
CFL news. Well, on the show today, we do have to come up with the Super Bowl play of the day.
Yep.
We'll try to maybe, I don't know if there's a lot for a parlay. Actually,
Play Alberta's got some props up now. Interesting.
Even more props.
I love it.
So they've had game props, but they added a couple of fun ones that
that's
we'll
what
go
I'm
into
here for.
today.
Yeah.
We'll also build a lock shop parlay today. We're doing it on soccer, Premier League action this weekend. Let's do it. We'll pick like 2 or 3 games in the Premier League.
All right.
And we'll try to build a lock shop parlay that way.
Love it.
I know Duck Dad's big on his soccer, so if he's listening right now, we'll get your opinion on that as well. You can download the app, visit them, playalberta.ca. Right now at EST Specials, we got Super Bowl's Play of the Day 1 and Super Bowl's Play of the Day 3. I need to get 2 back up there. But first quarter, total 9+ points is -109. Drake May, Sam Darnold, passing yard totals over 447.5 yards. That's +200. Play number 2 was
you were talking about that yesterday.
Yeah, 2-point conversion attempt. We had that at +140 or something like that. So I got to get that one thrown back up there. And then today, you and I will build something there. We'll build some soccer thing. But let's talk some CFL first, because big news right at the end of the hangout. The Edmonton Elks have released quarterback Trey Ford. Nice Twitter post to him. Thank you, Trey, for the energy you brought to Commonwealth over the last 4 years. Wishing you the very best in your next chapter. He was due a roster bonus on Sunday, so it's no surprise that he's released, especially with Cody Fajardo was the starting quarterback for this team. And on top of that, even in the press release, Ed Hervey, general manager of the team, did say that it's probably best for both sides to fresh starts from all accounts. From a Trey Ford perspective, there's 8 options for him to go to in the Canadian Football League. What are the best options for Trey Ford?
Yeah, I don't think you sit here today and rule one out specifically, right? Like there are legit, could be anywhere. And you mentioned not surprised that the action happened. We were talking before we went to air, maybe surprised that it took maybe this long.
Yeah, I just thought there was no way he was going to stick around. So he was going to be released like a December release type thing. I'm so surprised that we're 2 days away from it happening.
Yeah, $110,000 bonus, off-season roster bonus, which was due, as you mentioned, this coming Sunday, Feb 1. Scheduled to earn $327,000 in hard money for the 26th season. Additional $70,000 in playtime incentives plus $6,000 All-Star and award bonuses, along with 14.5 in statistical markers available, putting his maximum possible earnings at $417,500. This all courtesy 3 Down Nation. Heck Crichton, what the heck? Heck Crichton Trophy winner. Multiple guests on the Hangouts. Great guy. We did the
glimpses of great things.
They brought in his brother. Yep. It was, I mean, and again, as you mentioned, probably a fresh start for all parties is required.
Yeah, I still don't think he was used properly even this season. Like, he wasn't used properly with Chris Jones.
Yeah.
This season, I don't think they build an offensive game plan to best suit his abilities. And I will still go back to when Paul LaPolice was on after the Elks lost to the BC Lions, going, this season, we haven't seen Trey Ford be used in a designed run once. Yeah. Didn't make sense.
No.
I still stand by that they didn't use him properly. But in the end, Cody Fajardo was the better quarterback for this team.
Yeah.
Is for this upcoming season. He is not a starter for this league right now. And then,
but there's a gamer, there's a player in there.
I think there is a potential still.
27 years old. And you mentioned, I don't think you look around the CFL and the markets. You could make a case for each one, really. Maybe some stronger than others, but.
Yeah, Toronto seems out right now because you have Chad Kelly, you have Nick Arbuckle.
That
one's done.
I would, if you were to provide a pushback to that, I would say, in thinking about that's where the Hamilton discussion comes in. It is Ontario, and it would be so lower on the wrong point.
So Montreal, you've got Davis Alexander.
That's the future.
And then you've got nothing.
Yeah, but
Davis
same
is
style
young.
Quarterback.
Yeah, but Davis is young.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a great landing spot there. I think when you look at Ottawa, what do they have? Like Drew Brown?
But they also have Ryan Dinwiddie.
I was thinking, I just confused him up a little bit ago. But yeah, so there's openings.
But what have we seen with Ryan Dinwiddie in quarterbacks?
Yeah.
So that could be
there's an
something
opening
too
there where you're not far from home.
Yeah.
Hamilton, because how long does Bo have?
Yeah, and that is the legit home.
And it's Scott Milanovic, too, who's a great offensive mind. Winnipeg, I think, is going to be focused on Taylor Elgersman, seeing what is him. He's in the UFL right now. That season will end, and he could still come up here.
Could, though. Does that ever materialize?
But I think he used the pick that if you're waiting for someone, it's Taylor Elgersman that you're going for.
Sure.
Saskatchewan, are they bringing back Jake Mayer? He doesn't seem to fit Saskatchewan for me because he's not Trevor Harris. So if Trevor Harris gets hurt, it's a completely different style quarterback than what the Riders do.
It would be more of a look to the future, which again, at 27 years old, I don't know where you align that in terms of, Trevor Harris probably is, again, it's season by season, and this will probably be his last, but it would have to be for a fresh start offensively in that whole scheme there when they win and if they do move on from Trevor Harris. But
Calgary, he's similar to VA.
Right.
That's not a bad spot.
You have a coach, again, that is a former quarterback, same type of style. You could get a tutelage there.
I also really like the idea of the BC Lions, though. I think if I'm Trey and I want to be a starter in this league, I need a 1-year type possible show me season. And with Nathan Rourke, the guy gets hurt occasionally.
Yeah, he'll miss time.
He will miss 2, 3, maybe 4 games over the course of a season. You come in with those weapons and an offense that's built around a quarterback that can move and does move in Nathan Rourke.
Yeah.
A guy under Buck Pierce, who's done some
another
really good things.
Yep.
I think BC is where I would want to go for a 1-year deal. If I'm assign me for a 1-year deal, they need, Jeremiah Mazzoli was not an option for them last year. They struggled mightily when Mazzoli came in as the backup when Nathan Rourke got hurt.
Yeah.
You step in there, you show some glimpses. Maybe the year after is like with Elgersman. Maybe Winnipeg sits there and goes, "We'll sign you as this quarterback." Maybe Ottawa sits there and goes, "Drew Brown just didn't work. We'll give you." Maybe Bo retires and Hamilton goes, "We'll take you." Maybe Calgary goes, "Hey, with VA, maybe now's the time to move on." Because VA, how old is VA?
Well, he's up there as well. And the question is, what is the best
He's
fit?
33, so in a couple of years, maybe Calgary looks in this. So I think for him, I would want BC. I'm backup this year. Might as well learn from a great quarterback in Nathan Rourke, from Buck Pierce, with all these weapons. And I have a feeling Nathan Rourke's going to get hurt. Like, that's what I'd be thinking if I was.
What would Trey Ford think and want, and which organization, I guess, would be at the top of the heap where they would want to pick up the phone and give him a call?
Which organization?
Those are two, those are two different, you're getting two different answers there, I think. And maybe not. Maybe it is. Maybe
Ottawa
it would be.
might be the one. I think it's Ontario we're looking at, though. I think it's going to be Ottawa or Hamilton.
Ottawa interests me too because, and Drew Brown too has had health issues. And again, when you have Ryan Dinwiddie in there, and we've seen what he's done in massage with quarterbacks and maybe taken mid quarterbacks and they've played above what they are. That could be an interesting option too.
Because they have at quarterback in Ottawa at this moment Tyree Adams, Drew Brown, Dustin Crum, who's a pending free agent.
Very smart man.
Matt Morrissey. I also confused when I was on with Dusty this week. He said Dustin Crum for the Elks, and I was confusing with Drew Brown. So apologies to Dusty.
Yeah.
Matt Schiltz, who's retired, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So they don't have real options there. That's not a bad one.
I can see that. That's a good show.
And with Ryan Dinwiddie, like if he believes in him, could sit there and be like, "I'm going to turn this guy into a quarterback. I can do it."
Yeah.
And if you're Trey, flip side, Drew Brown's more likely to get much more hurt than anyone else.
Yeah, and if you're looking at the Buck Pierces, the Dickinsons, and the Dinwiddies, I'm just saying this right now from a Trey Ford point of view. I would go and learn under a Dinwiddie. Might be a strong take, might be a hot take. But where do you think he's going to go? Nasty chatter inbox, 780-218-9999.
And now where do the Elks go when it comes to quarterbacking?
Aha.
Because they need a quarterback to sit behind Cody Fajardo. The one thing Cody Fajardo was last year was he was very healthy. Didn't get hurt. But he has had a little bit more of a history of missing a few games. And that's just the standard of the Canadian Football League. So where do you go? Do you go Jake Mayer, who's a pending free agent from the Saskatchewan Roughriders? Do you go Taylor Powell, who's a pending free agent from the Hamilton Tiger Cats? It's funny because some people will sit there and be like, Trey is, he's had his opportunity. He's washed up. He'll never be it. Well, Taylor Power's 27 as well, but you won't hear that about Taylor Powell.
No.
McLeod Bethel Thompson, no. Dustin Crum, Caleb Evans, Tyree Adams. Oh, I didn't know Tyree Adams is going to be a free agent too. So Ottawa's really short when it comes to backups. Harrison Frost, Cameron Dukes, Chase Bryce, Chris Streveler. Like, there's just not a lot of options out there. So I'm wondering, like, unless you're bringing in a Taylor Powell, if you're the Edmonton Elks.
I wouldn't mind Powell. And again, you mentioned the discussion around him isn't the same as Trey Ford because the expectation hasn't been on him, nor have we seen.
But they did give him the starting job. He just got hurt and was knocked out. They gave him the
starting job, got hurt, but up until he got hurt, I don't believe he was playing too bad.
It was his first game.
Yeah, but no, even before that, when we saw glimpses of him before he got that starting job, that's why they gave him the starting role. But
it'll be fascinating. Free agency opens up on. Well, the negotiation window opens up on Sunday. Feb 10, they can officially sign.
Any time for a Cole Snyder?
Trey Ford can go sign anywhere at this moment now because he has been released. Austin Mack, Tim White were released. They could be free agent. They could go sign. Any pending free agents they still have, we'll have to wait till Sunday to start talking to teams.
6'2", 210 Eastern
Snyder?
Michigan, Cole Snyder.
Well, I see, and this is where I'm disappointed in the Elks, and it doesn't make any sense. In the very last game of the season, he was listed as the number 2, and he didn't play. And like, why isn't he playing? Yeah. And I remember the TSN panel was like, why aren't you playing Trey Ford? And I was getting mad at the team. And it's not about Trey. It's Cole Snyder we should be discussing. Why is Cole Snyder not getting any time in this game to see what he could look like? What is there any glimpses there? So that's the problem. Is I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know about Cole Snyder.
But again, interesting because the call could come from within the house, I guess, in that if you choose to go that way, but albeit undetermined and you don't really know what you got there.
Or is there someone else down south that we don't know about that they're going to try to bring up and he will be. Is there a guy on the neg list that the Edmonton Elks have that they know that we can go snag this guy and he can be the starter? Just quickly, sad news: Canadian Catherine O'Hara's passed away at the age of 71.
Oh,
that one sucks. Home Alone,
SCTV.
Recently Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
Just outstanding actress, and that one sucks. That one was a sad one.
I'm gonna
hurt.
I'm gonna put on the SCTV later today. I think I'm gonna watch
that one. Hurts. That one's disappointing. So, I have nothing else to say outside of like that's this very shame. She would have been in Edmonton, I think, for a little bit, or did she not come to Edmonton when it moved to SCTV?
I don't know on the timeline.
I'm trying to remember because there was a point. I think maybe they were here for a couple of months, and then they quit SCTV or left FCTV. All of that. So, very disappointing news when it comes to that one. What do you want the Riders to go get for this free agency? Is there a player
in terms of a quarterback or just overall? They've been doing a decent job of bringing the band back, which I think is the play. I mean, it's not like it was a team that was really old in the tooth, a la the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, where they're bringing back guys that are maybe a little older. And I mean, in their defense too, they kind of want one more kick at the can. So they're doing a good job of bringing players back. I don't know. I'm not looking around the league and necessarily going big game hunting or bringing somebody else in from a different team with a name. I would like to see Jake Mayer back. Okay. I think he was a good backup to Trevor Harris when needed. Similar type of quarterback. I think works well there. I don't know what other. Again, you mentioned. I mean, he could theoretically come here and back up Fajardo. He could. I don't think there's a starting job for him. Again, injury notwithstanding. But I'd like to see them bring Mayer back, and then. I mean, other than that. It's just about bringing back the guys you had that ultimately won the Grey Cup. I'm not looking around the league and saying, give me that, or give me that.
Are you worried about A.J. Ouellette?
I'm not worried so much as I am... worry's a strong word. I'm concerned. He's going to go out there. He did what he did last year. He put up the numbers. He's going to go to
Who needs a running back?
Well, that's the question, too. That's and who wants to pony up the money for a guy that is... albeit in better shape, I guess, and didn't run as hard as he has in the past, which led to injury. Good for him for going to market. I mean, that's what you do. Go out there and see what you make your bag, right? Like you won the Grey Cup here. You've in Regina, you've arguably done what you set out to do. So you should go out and see what else is out there for you. But from a Rough Rider point of view, I would like him back. I think he's great in the community. He did a lot. I mean, he was the face of their promotional videos and everything they did. So I think it's a good fit. He'll go out and test it. We'll see if anybody ponies up the money. And you're right. Who needs him?
Yeah, I'm trying to go because BC's got Butler. Edmonton's got Rankin Leak. Calgary's got Dedrick Mills, who's been extended. Winnipeg's obviously got Brady. So the West, there's no one there.
Ottawa.
Ottawa could use a running back. Toronto, maybe? Does he go back to Toronto? Do they pony up for... It's somewhat a little bit of a different regime. John Murphy's no longer there. John Murphy's mentality always was basically, I'll find someone cheaper.
Yeah.
I don't need names. I will find cheaper.
Which is why
But now he is
ultimately
gone.
left Toronto.
Hamilton, maybe? They have Greg Bell, but Bell gets hurt quite a bit, and he's not extended as of yet. And what does Montreal have?
Well, Montreal had that...
Thies. How do you pronounce it? I forgot how to pronounce it.
Thies.
Thomas.
And they also had the other guy that came on later in the season. A tall guy, ran very upright.
No, I think, yeah. I'm forgetting the names. I'll have to...
It's not Thies, but they had what was his name again? Anyways, but they've got a couple of people. Same with Hamilton.
So it'd be Ottawa and Hamilton, I would say. Those would be the two prime targets, I would say. That would be the competition for the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Yeah, and are they going to willing to pony up the money? Look, I think the best fit for him, and I think he probably knows it, is in Saskatchewan. I mean, he jives with the fit and the feel and the theme and everything. Scott, that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah,
Scott the third.
Stevie Scott. Yeah, he was good. I really liked how he ran. But yeah, we'll see there. Good
Top
for him
30
to test
pending
it,
free agents according to the Canadian Football League. Let's go through some of these just to see who's going to hit the market. Brady was extended. Bo was extended. Emelis was extended. Campbell was extended. AJ Allen, linebacker from the Riders. He is the highest CFL top pending free agent. It's actually funny. You got, Darnell Sankey was released and then he was signed. Nick Dembski, Cody, Malik Carney is second.
I love Carney.
Offensive lineman from BC, Jarrell Broxton. Winston McManus from Toronto. A lot of these guys are extending, which is actually really nice to see. AJ Ouellette is now there.
DeMarcus Fields with the Riders up this morning as well.
Revis.
Extension.
Like, it's just nice to see that. Like, I think there's a lot more years where there's even more names that are available.
Well,
I think having a year where the CFL, we're looking at a lot of this, and like, I'm into the top 25. Well, let me finish. There's only 5 more left. I think of the top 30 players on the CFL list, I think there's maybe like, there's got to be, I think when I look in, just 10 that are actual free agents still right now that didn't get extended. And just having that continuity.
You could finally buy their jerseys.
You could buy their jerseys. It's also, I think this is something we saw at the CFL. Players want raises. And the fact that the cap's gone up back-to-back years allows teams to give raises to keep their players, but still have money to go improve their rosters.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to see that the CFL is having that increase there. And then, we're having a little bit of continuity for the Edmonton market specifically. Like that defense right now largely is all returning. There's a couple of players, like it's Jake Serezna. He's not on that top 30 there. But Jake Serezna's a pending free agent. Kobe Williams is a free agent from the starters of the Edmonton Elks. I really like Jonathan Kongbo. Curly Gittins is going to be a free agent from the offensive side of things, but that's not a lot. It's not a lot that I'm talking about there. So, Sunday will be interesting. Like last year was the Edmonton Elks dominating free agency. Year prior, I think it was Ottawa kind of dominated free agency. I wonder who dominates free agency this year, if it's just actually kind of more, just a little bit more quiet.
We may have to relax that narrative and just say it happened. And
which, nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
Nothing wrong with that. Who is the likely Edmonton Elks Ottawa Red Blacks this upcoming season? We're kind of having this chat on Wednesday night. Who kind of is trending towards maybe being closer to the free space on the bingo card? Because I don't think it's the Elks. I think they're moving past that one.
Well, you're not looking at maybe quantity, but quality in this case. Not how many free agents and all that, but just, bringing in Austin Mack is a big fish on that receiver, and again when healthy. When healthy,
I stand by
but just as we know it today on paper. Keyshawn Johnson was talked about here. He's back with the Riders. Tim White lands in Winnipeg. Third on that list was Mack. The Elks go out and get him. So I guess from an entertaining standpoint, again, Lions brought back Butler. Outside of that, I mean, you're bringing in a guy that was third on that receiver list. It's a position of need for the Elks. So maybe going out, addressing that position of need via free agency with the third best guy or the best guy, given the top two are already off the board. Maybe that's winning, quote unquote, free agency in a sense. The Riders, again, when you're coming off a Grey Cup win and you're bringing back as many, like, that's the thing. You win a chip. A lot of players can, in their mind, think, well, I've gotten this. Now maybe I can go and maybe I can use this as a bargaining chip to get more money elsewhere and do anything. But they're actually bringing a lot of people back. So maybe in a way, that's winning free agency by extending a lot of those guys and keeping them in the fold.
Like, Winnipeg did that for a long time. Winnipeg did a great job, something we hadn't seen most CFL teams do, and just retain their guys. Every year it'd be like, oh, well, now they're going to lose players. And they somehow kept most
tough
of
to
their
do in the
guys.
CFL because
It is very tough.
And
players,
especially if you're winning.
Yes.
And you...
Well, because everyone wants the raise.
Yes.
And they were willing to take a little less to stay in Winnipeg to keep that winning culture going. And when it comes to the very least regular season getting to Grey Cups, they were a winning culture.
Yeah.
And didn't get it done enough in Grey Cup games. But they found their way to consistently getting back there. I actually think Winnipeg is trending that way, though.
With winning
just being that team that is going to be closer, I think, to the bottom of the West as opposed to the top. That if we're talking about a team that...
I think their time is...
It's coming.
It's not gone.
I don't know if Zach Collaros can do it.
I know. And I... Like Tim White, I'm not... I don't know.
Tim White is a weird one because I feel the exact same way, and Dusty was surprised, like really like not sold on Tim White. There's just something about Tim White that I feel a narrative that I have in my head, and maybe there's no stats to back this up. I'll have to look closer, but I feel like when games started to matter is when he didn't show up.
Yeah,
he'd be great for you in a game in July or August, but all of a sudden you want that Labor Day game or rematch, or maybe he doesn't show up more.
He'll pop with a big game stats wise here or there, but I just don't see it as...
The consistency is a little more, you don't know what you're going to get. It's either going to be unbelievably good, or you're going to get nothing from him, basically. Yeah. That's what I just feel like with Tim White. Let's look at his season last year.
And with a big, price tag attached. We talk so much about the CFL and not... Like if you find yourself scrap heaping a lot and paying guys a lot, you don't need to. It's a league that you can, if you have a good scouting pipeline, you can bring guys in on the cheap, and it's good to have guys in and then develop them in that type of route. But if you're paying guys off the heap, especially a guy like Tim White, I would a lot of red flags for me in that regard. 2
touchdowns at the end of the season, but he had 7 overall last year. But here's his receiving yards: 69 good. 22, not so good. 78, good. 30, not so good. 60, 89, 86, 78, 84. Nice stretch there. Then you get 11, 31, 26. A bad stretch for 3 straight. 64, 84, great. 18, 13, not so great. 104, 69 to end the season. Like, so it's really like he'll have a cold spell for a number of weeks. Then he'll be hot for a number of weeks. Then he'll go back to being cold. And I don't want that from a number 1 receiver.
Also, though, but not... I mean, you had the Kenny Lawler effect in Hamilton too,
shouldn't you be picking up a little bit more sometimes?
Perhaps
getting double teamed.
Perhaps, but I'm just saying I don't think he was. Was he a 1 there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a 1B.
The 23, it's somewhat similar.
Okay.
Like 23, there was no Kenny Lawler. 71 yards, 44 yards, 143, but then 7.
Because who was he with in that season? Nobody.
0.
He was the guy.
He would have been the guy. Then there's 0 on 4 passes. He had 0 catches.
Yeah.
46, 21, then 101, 57, 110, 180, 55, 26. There's a lot of ups and downs.
Yes, it worries me, and especially with the money, I would stay away from that. Which congratulations, Bomber fans.
Monday on the Hangout, myself, Lucas Holt, Tom Gazzola, Murray McCourt will have full coverage of the tampering window of the Canadian Football League. Let's build a Super Bowl play of the day. Number 4 for EST. If you go to Play Alberta, click on Big Game Specials on the side. If you click on NFL, you could go into the game and you could get your general standards, over, under, spread, money line stuff.
Boring.
But if you go to the Big Game Specials, there's record specials they've added, which is 5 of them, which is records. Like, any player to record 506 plus passing yards is plus 15,000. Again, use your game sense, bet responsibly. But they have a couple of those record ones. They have player specials, they have game specials, and then there's novelty specials, which they have added into, including the color of the first Gatorade poured on the winning coach, Super Bowl 60 viewership on NBC, which area landmark will be shown first, unauthorized person enters the field to play, yes or no, halftime stuff, guest appearance, what hat wear Bad Bunny will play. Will wear. There's all sorts. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at any of these. I kind of feel like today I want to be on the novelty side.
Did you mention which area landmark will be shown first in that? Okay, you got that one.
Golden
too?
Gate Bridge is -500. Alcatraz is +3,000.
I do like the first shot is of Alcatraz Island for the Super Bowl.
Great.
I
Just a nice zoom in of Alcatraz Island, then we're
There we
zooming out,
are.
and then there's the
Yeah,
Golden Gate
this
Bridge
is,
or something.
yeah.
I wonder what happens if they're both on at the exact same time. Is it just a push?
that would be.
Do they
interesting.
both win? Because there's a shot of San Francisco you can have.
Is the geography match up?
Yeah,
you could have it all in one
Alcatraz
frame.
and
Yeah.
Golden Gate Bridge.
Okay.
Like I'll pull it up on the map.
Well, that's interesting. Now we're.
Like, I feel like there could be just a wide shot of San Francisco from a certain way, and you get the Golden Gate Bridge with Alcatraz. Because, see that, Golden Gate Bridge is here, Alcatraz is right there. You can have a shot from over here shooting downtown San Francisco where you got both in the shot. Or even from this East Coast side, you could be shooting in both ways.
And I'm not too familiar with this Mr. Bad Bunny. I'm not against. The whole pop music. Even they had those young women on with Gene Principe during the intermission.
Who were they?
I have no idea. But my wife mutters over to me. She goes, "We're old," and I said, "I know." And I have no business in knowing.
I know,
60 trillion followers on TikTok. Apparently, they have.
Are they TikTok stars?
Something like that.
Because I couldn't say. I just saw them on TV, and I'm like, who are they?
I don't know, and that's fine. But
Yeah.
my point being, I'm not familiar with Bad Bunny or his game. So when it comes to like songs played and unreleased song. Can't really go there. The what headwear will he wear is interesting.
I'm trying to focus on that one.
You've got the straw hat at +125, a baseball hat at +195. You want to go far out. Visor is +850. Now, is that kind of like I guess it'd be, but like a poker, like clear visor?
It'd be like
or
a John Gruden visor.
Yeah, an SEC coach visor.
I can't stand those.
Toque beanie +750, aviator hat +750, and no hat +380. I think.
I see.
Is he a hat guy? And that's the question.
I'm
where it comes.
scrolling through his concerts.
Yeah.
And there's occasionally the ball cap. I've seen one picture with the straw hat.
Okay.
I'm seeing a lot of no hats. There's a lot of no hats from Bad Bunny.
And it's the Super Bowl. Maybe you want to get your hair. Does he have hair? I don't even know. Is he bald? Maybe.
What did he do at SNL? Because he's done SNL a couple of times recently.
That might be a good way to
And he
look
would
at
have
it.
performed. Okay, here he is. He's not wearing a hat. Oh, no, there's a ball cap on that one. That's pushed back. Is there another one that he's done? This is the SNL 50. He didn't wear a hat.
Okay.
I don't mind the no hat.
Because,
I'm seeing a lot of pictures
yeah.
of him not in a hat in concert
You think
play.
about it. This isn't a house show. This is a big performance. I think you leave the hat at home for this, do you not? Like you'd want to... You want people to see.
So this is 50. There's no hat.
So he's got a full head of hair. He's not hiding anything.
So then there's. I think we're down to it's either ball cap or no hat. That's what we're gonna see from Bad Bunny.
Now, when it comes to celebrity guest appearance, I'm really intrigued by this because you never know who's going to pop up, right? Play Alberta's got Jay Belvin. No idea who he or she is. -159. J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, -125. Cardi B +125. Daddy Yankee. And that is not you. Confirmed? Daddy Yankee?
I am not Daddy Yankee.
You are not Daddy Yankee.
That you know of.
+130. You. Nah. We're at Sully's.
Centuries.
Jeheko +170 and Ricky Martin +175.
Yeah.
Never knew about. I have no background on who he's collabed with in the past or any of that. Daddy Yankee's a funny name. J-Lo's a big time performer, but you do think like J-Lo would overshadow? No, or is that kind of is there a fear there?
I don't know what the connection. Like just because both
isn't she coming off a
Latinos?
divorce or something?
I don't.
again?
Yeah, but I don't know. Are they friends? Like, is this something that
I hope it's Ricky Martin. I think that would be great.
But it's only +175.
Living La Vida Loca, right?
I feel like there might not be anyone.
Shake your bon.
I'm actually surprised by how many songs that they say he's going to play at 11 and a half.
11 and a half. How long are these songs? Is he a punk? Like, are they 56 seconds long? Or is that what it...
When I know they like meld them to like...
yeah,
there's
it's
the
like kind
switch
of a
and
medley.
they'll say,
Yeah.
medley. 11 and a half seems like a lot, though.
His first song...
Oh, so I have a theory on those ones.
You can get Titi Me Pregunto +340. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
You'll have to ask Hernan to come in and say these ones.
DTMF. Don't know what that acronym is for. +600.
So
Again, I can't really lay a coin down on any of these because
I did this with Huss a while ago, where why is my phone acting up? I think it was Jonas Brothers for the Grey Cup.
Okay.
I looked at Spotify, and I looked at the top streaming songs for first song type thing.
Okay.
And I'm going to see what Bad Bunny has as the most streamed songs of all time. Because I think does he go that way? Why aren't you showing me the numbers, Spotify? You used to always show me how many streams there were. Now it's gone. Oh, Spotify's messing with me. I can't even find out the most streamed songs.
See, now they're
on Spotify. This is all being rigged.
The game is afoot, Matt. Nasty chat here. A lot of people saying all those artists do, collab and feature in the song, which again makes sense. I'm not
fair.
That
Didn't
makes
know that.
total sense. I'm tuning in for the chance of Shakira. Northside Sandwich says going off the board there. Wouldn't mind a little Shakira. He's said to be playing tribute to Puerto Rico. So may have a wig. Is a wig a hat?
Oh, that's a good question.
Wig is not on the Play Alberta board, but again, we're going off board there.
So the number one song that I see so the most popular song is Ballet Inolvidable. Where's Hernan?
Well, that doesn't feature on the last.
But the most streamed song with over 2 trillion streams is La Canción.
Ballet Inolvidable, which I think you were trying to say there's plus 850 for the first song.
For the first song. Yeah. And then where's this other one, the most streamed one? I'm not seeing it on here. Oh, it's not being streamed on here. So maybe that's too old of a song for him to go play.
Back in the catalog. Hey?
So I could see this DTMF. It's 1.3 trillion streams. And that's plus 600. I don't think that's a bad one. If you're looking for one of those ones, that's if I'm going based off of Spotify in most streamed Bad Bunny songs and what is available for first song for halftime, I think DTMF would be one that you'd want to look at sprinkling at plus 600.
We'll all be down to DTMF at Super Bowl.
Do we have an idea of what that even means?
Oh, I have a rough idea.
I don't know what the
M stands for.
That's what my point is.
The other 3 letters, I think I have a rough clue.
Oh, no, actually, it's not even close.
Is it G?
It's for to be
G-rated?
Terrer mas fotos. I should have taken more photos.
Yeah, see, we're totally up to lunch here with all of this. There's a song called Monaco. That probably means something totally different than the...
And
is he talking about the soccer club?
And I'm fascinated by him because he is actually like one of the biggest artists on the planet right now.
I'm curious. I'm there to learn. I want to watch it. I don't know anything about it.
I'm very excited about this
Going in cold, love it.
Okay. I want everyone's thoughts on this one because I think for our Super Bowl play of the day...
Gatorade?
No.
Oh.
I want to go no hat for Bad Bunny. I went through the list.
It's a big event.
Photos. I went through a lot. There's a lot more times I've seen photos of him in concert without a hat. Then it goes baseball hat. But at 380, a little bit of a boost on that.
Think of this.
Maybe.
You're rolling into a big event, a dinner or something like that.
Yeah.
You're not rocking a hat or a straw hat or anything. Like this is the Super Bowl. You want to go out there, probably shades. You wear sunglasses. There'd be bright lights and everything. I think
it's the hair. He sees, and if anything, maybe the braided hair, the cornrows type things or something.
Sure.
I like the idea.
Why would you wear a hat at a Super? Performing a Super Bowl.
Because also, here's why hat doesn't make sense now as I think about this. What type of hat is he going to wear? Is he going to wear an MLB hat? Is he going to that doesn't fit? I don't think the NFL it would have to be a blank hat or it'd have to be an NFL hat or something.
No, true that.
So I don't think he'd be wearing a hat necessarily. So I think the no hat is the way to go. Because I don't think he's not going to wear a Seahawks hat. He's not going to wear a Patriots hat.
No, you have to be neutral. You got to be neutral, and you can't. Again, you're right. This is a sport. You can't be wearing an NBA and
you can't wear another league's hat.
So yeah, I am full in the camp of no hat.
Are we willing to put that as our Super Bowl bet of the play of the day for number 4?
No cap.
No cap.
No cap. No hat.
No cap. Plus 380. I'll send that over to the crew at some point at Play Alberta. Get that one up there. That's going to be our Super Bowl play of the day number 4. What headwear Bad Bunny will wear? We're going no hat. Plus 380. Get a little boost of that, hopefully, and throw that one up there. Again, my research based off of Google and looking at images. When I Googled Bad Bunny concerts, I've seen a lot of no hats.
Matt Hyman raises an interesting point in the nasty chat. What's the weather like? What's his face like? If the weather, if say for an example, it's raining.
So the 16-day forecast, so look at this
And we're too far out now. That
Feb
future
8th
cast
is 15 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
Is the what we're looking at right now.
So there was
with no precipitation.
Okay, so but there was action on a beanie, I think. But you haven't seen pictures of him wearing a beanie.
I haven't seen the beanie. Why is he's not wearing a toque and a beanie type thing? I think when I've seen from Bad Bunny, and I know of Bad Bunny, if he's wearing something, it probably will be the hat, the baseball hat.
Toque beanie plus 750.
It's a little
15 degrees.
Nah,
feeling a little frisky there.
We're going with no hat. I think we all agreed on that one.
No cap.
No cap. No hat. Casino dealer Jay. Okay, good enough for me, Matty. Ride.
Yeah,
so that is what we're going with. That's what we're going with. That one is
You've
what
convinced
we're
us.
going with. Like that's my research is incredible. Google Images is unbelievable, and it cannot be wrong. And again, my one guess is DTMF for first song. Some good value there from Bad Bunny.
I'm down.
I need to start listening to some of his stuff to just get ready for this.
I'm okay.
I don't know much about him. What do I know? Puerto Rican, huge artist. Used to date Kendall Jenner. Been on SNL twice. That's all I know about Bad Bunny.
I'm looking forward to the whole physical setup, the stage and all that. I mean, that's what Super Bowl is known for. Last year, Kendrick Lamar, there was that whole, Illuminati. Oh, this is a message in the thing. And then they had the 1 year with the rap, the house and everything. And
this is what's going to be fascinating about this one. In the end, there's the Super Bowl 50, which was in San Francisco, which featured Coldplay. And then that rap one at LA.
Yes.
They're the last few years. What's always weird about those halftime shows is they're in the light. Because they're on the West Coast, it's not dark enough.
Yeah.
So it always looks weird.
Yeah.
Like you can't do this full light show or anything like that.
Yeah,
the theatrics do drop and come down. So that part I find...
unless Roger Goodell blocks out the sun.
Maybe one day the NFL will do that.
Well, I wouldn't put it past them.
Just saw the Broncos have confirmed that moving forward, if it gets to the playoffs, if they have a weather like they did this past weekend, the roof will be closed with their dome stadium. So we're just going full control in football. Where's the game gone, Eric?
We had Garofalo on this morning. He joined us. He was in the airport in transit. Very good guy, and he made some time. He touched on the AFC Championship. That's football.
That is.
I don't give a shit. Like that. That's what happens, and that's the beauty of it.
We get to weather, and it can play a factor. And that's home field advantage.
advantage.
And I'm stunned that the Broncos would sit there and be like, yeah, we're going to get rid of home field advantage so people are comfortable.
Nope.
Then it's about, that's the advantage you have. And there's very few. The Green Bay Packers will have that. Seattle Seahawks will have that. The Buffalo Bills will have that. The Pittsburgh Steelers will have that. New England Patriots will have that. But teams are just willingly giving up that home advantage. And it's sad.
From a neutral, I know you want a clean track. You want the best of the best and you want all this stuff. No. Give me those conditions. It is highly fascinating to watch teams handle those conditions.
Let's build the lock shop parlay. Premier League action. Tomorrow, lots of games to get to over the course of the weekend. I ain't touching Manchester United. I ain't putting this in a parlay.
Head over the heart here, hey? You're at home to Fulham, though. Carrick's got you guys rolling here.
Because, Carrick's record is 4 wins, 1 draw, and no losses in his 5 games through 2 stints as the interim manager / caretaker of this club. He's been only good managers. But the true test of Carrick as the manager of this team and whether he should be the full-time manager of this team moving forward will be taking on teams like Fulham. Manchester United, even through all these bad years, more often than not has shown up for the big 6 games type thing. They don't show up for games. Manchester United got more points against Arsenal and Man City over the last 2 weekends than they did against 2 games with the Wolves and stuff like that.
That's in the Amram era.
Absolutely. So that's why this is a huge test for Carrick.
Sure.
What is the Michael Carrick era actually under? It's great that you had these 2 couple massive wins. Can you do that through the Fulhams and stuff? So I'm staying away from that one. You've got Liverpool, Newcastle.
Yeah, that's
against his old club. But is he hurt?
He's done. He's done for a while.
Is it gonna be for the season?
Pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
But they do have Hugo Ekitike, who Newcastle tried to court as a striker in the offseason, and Liverpool poached him. So that's something there. The Geordies will be mad at Anfield for that one. Should be an interesting game. Can't really slice that one with Liverpool's form. Newcastle are a quality side. That's going to be tough. Nottingham Forest at home to Crystal Palace. And you know the history between those two, right? Crystal Palace winning the FA Cup last year were supposed to get that Europa League berth. They did not because Nottingham Forest and their owner got involved, which meant Crystal Palace had to play conference. Nottingham Forest got the Europa spot. They hate each other right now. That should be interesting. Palace away to Forest. Don't know how you slice that one. It'll probably be a draw. London Derby, Chelsea at home to West Ham. Chelsea have a new manager as well. They've been very successful under him as of late. West Ham are in a relegation scrap. Always tough to choose a derby. I would like Chelsea at home in that, though. And it's tough because it's a derby. But
I'm trying to build a 3-gamer here.
I understand.
And I'm going to throw 2.
What do you want? You want winners or are we doing draws?
We could do draws if you feel comfortable to draw. I have Chelsea winning at home.
Yeah.
I also think, coming off of a loss here, I got to double check how this went.
Are you taking Leeds?
No.
Okay.
The other way.
Oh.
I think Arsenal going to Leeds.
Tough to play at Elland Road.
That's a good point. But are they going to blow? What are their last couple Premier League matches? So the last 2 Premier League matches is a loss to Man U and a draw to Nottingham Forest. Are they really going to let this slip away? Is this the start of them bottling it?
They can.
Or is this them getting it right back on the right track?
Yeah, tough question to answer. But again, tough place to go in Leeds. That's one of the more daunting places to play away. When you are on a bit of a struggle, as they are, I could see something there. Not a Leeds win, but I could see a draw happening there.
I just would hate throwing in Arsenal draw.
See, this is Premier League's tough, man.
What about City Tottenham?
Oh, I like City.
Okay, so right now, Chelsea City, both, that's plus 161. We need to find one more game to throw into this one. And that game will be played on Sunday. Chelsea West Ham is Saturday. So one more game. What else could we
Well, I do like Sunderland at home to Burnley. Both clubs freshly promoted this season. Sunderland have been playing some great ball all season long. Burnley are down there.
Yeah, Sunderland's up there, 11th spot.
I think they are undefeated still at the Stadium of Light this season. At
Sunderland?
Home. Yeah, I do believe it's a very tough place to play as well. I would like them there. Villa Brentford's tough. Brentford have been playing out of their socks. They're not where they should be, but they're doing it somehow. Villa, they've been having a renaissance here under Emery.
What about Brighton, Everton?
I'm never going to pick Everton.
I know. How's Brighton? Brighton's not exactly in an amazing spot this season.
No, but they do have quality.
Yeah.
And
then the Wolves got Bournemouth. I don't like either of those.
Wolves suck.
Okay. Well, here's. I'll just. What do you think of this? A three-legger, all victories, all wins.
Okay.
Chelsea, City, Sunderland, plus 370.
I will join you on that.
Let's throw that one up there.
Okay.
That's going to be the lock shot parlay for this Friday. We're going to throw up Chelsea, Manchester City, Sunderland. Unless, actually, let's take a quick look. I like looking sometimes with I like mixing leagues.
Oh, okay.
Is there a different one? Is there a good?
What's Bayern doing?
Bayern's always a fun, safe one.
Sure.
But
even they
never know.
Who did they lose to? Augsburg recently?
Bayern's got Hamburger.
Yeah, and I don't think Hamburg is too.
Oh, it's minus 385. Here's the thing. If we throw that one in there, we just make it a 4-legger. It's plus 492. We're getting a little too greedy.
Hamburg's 14th in the table.
I'm throwing... what if I took out Sunderland quickly here? That's plus 229. Okay, so here I'm gonna throw out 3 options for you and the Nasties.
Bayern away to Hamburg.
Yeah, so I'm gonna throw an option to you and the Nasties, and where do we go with this? It's a 3-legger where I've got Chelsea, City, and Bayern. Or a 3-legger, Chelsea, City, and Sunderland. Or it's a 4-legger, Chelsea, City, Bayern, Sunderland.
4.
You want the 4?
Yeah.
Let's go into it.
Why not?
Build the 4.
Yeah. I do like the Borussia Mönchengladbach Werder Bremen derby as well. That's a tight one. Too close to call, though, I would say.
I do like every so often, I just, again, use my game sense. I throw like $5 on it or something. But I like building like a 7-8 game legger where I'm like picking. And I take mostly favorites too in there because if you build up an 8-legger. Sure. It's like plus 500 or something like that. And I'll throw in the Bayerns and the Arsenals. Actually, Arsenal ruined one of my tickets not too long ago because with the draw to Nottingham, I think that's all I needed left was that one. So I like Spency 5 centsy. Cheeseburger is greater than hamburger.
Hamburg. Yeah.
And the Matt Hyman 8-legger. Not for a lock shop parlay. Not for a lock shop parlay. But it is fun to just sometimes mix the between the Italian and the Spanish and the German and the English league and just combine a bunch of games together.
Does Sturmey move on tonight on the Pebble?
I don't even know what's going on at the Scotties.
So you've got the playoffs
Yeah.
at noon today.
Okay.
Nova Scotia taking on Caitlin Law's Manitoba in your one match. The next one is Manitoba, the Paterson rink, taking on Anderson.
So this is page 1-2 qualifiers.
Yeah.
So
Sturmey will get the
So the
loser
winner-
of 1B and 2A.
yeah, so the winners go to the playoffs. Is that how it works?
The winners will go to the winners.
So if you lose this, let's say
The
Black
losers will
loses
play
to
one of Nova
Laws.
Scotia and Sturmey.
Okay, so Canada's either going to get Anderson or Paterson. Ooh, it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bet on Alberta. Those are a couple good. I don't know. It might be Laws's time to go win something. She's had a great. She's undefeated. I think Caitlin Laws's time maybe is here, as her own rink.
I was rooting for Northern Ontario. I'm full in on Nova Scotia right now, but Manitoba well represented here in the.
I'm completely in on Selena Sturmey just because she's Alberta.
Absolutely.
I just don't have. Oh, she's 6-2 on the week though.
Yep.
Christina Black's always fun.
Yeah.
She's always just like she just seems like. Therefore, if she loses, she's like, we had a good week.
Manitoba's got a great chance with the 3 rinks in here. Nova Scotia, I don't really care. Yeah, I'm going with.
I
Black.
don't
hope.
want Anderson to win. Just strictly.
Well, you hate the Team Canada thing with the.
I'm
Olympics.
not a fan. And they're not a group that I generally have cheered on too much. But I don't like that they're Team Canada, and it's not their fault. I just don't think there should have been a Team Canada this year. There should have been. I was saying with Gavin, they should have just hang the jerseys from the rafters and this is what you're. Do you remember when the Stanley Cup was there during the COVID bubble in Edmonton, and they were playing with the Stanley Cup in the
We'll have
seats?
to Jenny fucked in front of it or something
Like when the players come out in
Salute.
soccer and they walk by the World Cup trophy or whatever.
Sure.
Have the jerseys just there and this is what you're playing for.
Yeah, it's.
Or the Homan's rink is watching over you or something like that while they're getting set for the Olympics. That's what I would have preferred, but because you're not Canada, you didn't win it last year. No one on your team won it last year. You don't get to be Team Canada this year, so I hope it's not them. With all due respect, they're representing Canada fraudulently in this. Gonna take this curling day in Canada. I hope if the TSN cameras come tomorrow to the EST
Bunch of fakes.
by Hammer Injury Law, I'm just gonna rant on Team Canada.
Well, remember tomorrow is National Curling Day. If we submit a photo to Bob Weeks, we can email a photo to Bob Weeks and he'll put it up on his webpage.
Maybe I'll just have to take a big picture of while everyone's curling and go. You guys have a big motif apparently going. I'm fascinated by this. Team motif. Jay was saying.
Motif?
The way you guys do dressing or
Yeah, well, no, I usually at Bonspiels, you sometimes they do have a general theme. Sometimes teams just take it upon themselves. I know last year at the Fun Spiel, you had the Halud crew. Normology, Grump and the boys there, Burlando, they dressed up as the cast of Tombstone.
They will be back again this year.
I know Savage the Plumber, they had some interesting tights, apparel, that type of
And
thing.
then they took their shirts off in the finals.
Yeah, you can do
Cliff
that.
took his shirt off in the final.
Yeah, but so this year my wife had the idea. She goes, "Hey, let's keep it simple. You don't want to. That's the thing. You don't want to dress up. You don't want to have a cape and a mask and all this other stuff when you're sliding. It's awkward." But she said, "Why don't we keep it sports themed and you wear a throwback sweater and or cap?" So that's what we're going to be doing.
You're spoiling it. Okay.
Oh, was this a surprise?
I didn't know if it was a surprise.
I already told Jay.
Didn't want to say anything.
Jay didn't want to say anything.
He didn't want to say, so I don't know if you could or couldn't. So
cut that tape.
Thank you very
Cut it
much
out of the pod.
for everyone for tuning into the
Happy
Lock
birthday.
Thank you very much. EST specials. What do we have? Bad Bunny, no hat at the Super Bowl. We have our
No cap.
4-game legger that will go up there from the Premier League this weekend if you wish to ride with Eric and myself.
On the pitch.
We'll have Jay's Play of the Day coming up. Grandest Parlay, Silliest Parlay. Screw it, let's do a parlay from the afternoons. That's all to come over at Play Alberta. Thank you everyone very much for all the birthday wishes as well. Do greatly appreciate that. Can't wait tomorrow. EST Fun Spiel presented by Hammer Injury Law. It's going to be a great time. Thank you to everyone for tuning in to the Lock Shop presented by Play Alberta. Coming up next, we got two guys, or Oil Stream. Then we got EST Afternoons, Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. That'll take you till 6 o'clock. On behalf of Lieutenant Eric, I'm Matty Iwanyk. Again, thanks for tuning in. Oil Stream in a few minutes right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports presented by Play Alberta. In just a few minutes, don't go anywhere.